Hi everyone. Oh dear, I thought I was going to be on time, but I ran to the shed to get something, so it's all good. And the reason why I ran to get the shed is because during this live we are going to have a giveaway. Yes, we are. But it is lovely to see you, and we'll wait until we get a few eyeballs on, and I can tell because I've got a little icon on the screen with an eye. Let me just grab some water. I thought I was totally organised. Thought I was totally organised, and then of course everything just went out the window. Mm-mm. But hopefully you can hear me, and I need to find out whether you can, because I couldn't hear anything from my laptop a moment ago. So I can see that we've got a couple of people in here already. So hello Arwin, hello Dawn. Can you hear me, everyone? Hopefully it's all good. I set it all up and then I came down to go live, and then all of a sudden everything was blank, and it's just like, oh no, not today, not today. Hi Lee, how you doing? Good to see you. Are you getting your tickets on Saturday, Lee? You going down to the 5,000 to 1 match? Thank you, Susan. You can hear me then. That's all good. That's all good. Um, yeah, so I thought it was, I was going to do a live tonight. We've got a busy week, quite a hectic week this week, because I did a live the other day, but I thought, no, I need to do a live on a Thursday. So I'm going to try and make Thursday my live evening. It's just been a little bit mad of late. Next week, I'm sure Thursday's going to be okay. I'm at QVC all next week. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So going to be busy with that, driving to and from London. Hello, Sandra. How are you? Hello, Katie. I hope you're well. Good to see you all here. Good to see you all here. It really is. It's been a glorious day today. The sun's been shining. It's been absolutely marvellous. So it's been wonderful. I wonder if we should have some music on in the background. Alexa, play some royalty-free jazz music. Here's a mix for you on Amazon Music. I have that just playing around in the background. So it's been a lovely sunny day. I've been out in the garden, which has been lovely and relaxing, and also organising my next collection. So that all got signed off today. So I was just putting the finishing touches to it, because I was designing it, and then I thought, you know what, I think I want this as well. So I've been doing that today, and it's all been signed off. So hopefully they will go into, well, they'll go into production, and all be good. And that's Hobby Maker on the 15th of May. And it's interesting because it is, have I set everyone's Alexa off? Brilliant. Hello Lucy, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Have I really? This could be the thing. I could just go and set Alexas off all over the place. So what was I saying? So yes, the brand new collection, that's going to be on Hobby Maker on the 15th of May. So looking forward to that. It's about a year to the day that I had my first show on Hobby Maker. So that's quite exciting. And it's been quite a year. When I look today at the number of one of the last stamps to be featured in the next range, it was number 64. So I've actually designed, drawn, painted, or taken pictures and turned them into stamps. Okay, a couple of things to tell you about before we get started. We are going to have a giveaway. The postcards are back. They're back in stock. I feel like I should sing the song, back in stock. The Mountains and Moons, they're back in stock, but only a limited amount. And some blending brushes. So a nice little crafting kit there, and we'll be giving this away towards the end of the live. So all you've got to do is put in the comments that you want to win it. So just type win, and then I'll go back through all the comments tomorrow, because people do watch on repeat, and I shall pick a winner at random. So those are your masks and your moons, which are absolutely fabulous and so popular, sell out all the time. Managed to only get a few in. They're available on the website. And if you want to head to the website, it is timestampcreations.com. There it is, bottom of the screen. You get a pack of 12 postcards, and you'll get a pack of 4 Timestamp Creations blended brushes, which is pretty much the same as what everyone else is doing. But there you go. So a nice little prize. So if you do want to win that, just comment win in the comments, and I shall go through them and find a winner. So winner, winner, chicken dinner, or winner, winner, don't eat chicken for dinner. That's going to be my new phrase. That's going to be my new phrase. So there you go. There's a nice little a little prize for you. Also, during the live, and I'll extend this until tomorrow, you have got a code to get 10% off. So let's just go back to that and just shut that there. Now where's that gone? Here we go. Captions. Let's turn that off. Turn that on. Do you know what? I don't even think I've written the code down. I thought I had. Oh, I have. There it is. Live 10. So live 10 is the code to go onto the website, and all you have to do is go all the way to checkout, and you'll get 10% off your purchases. In fact, let me show you something. This will just run through what you need to do when you go to the website to put in your code. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Put live 10 in, and that will get you your 10% off. So that's the code live 10. So just all the way to checkout and do that. The Versify Clairs, yes, they are still available. I don't have many left. They are available individually, but they're also available as a set. So you'll be able to get 10% off those as well. Let me bring those up for you before we head into demo. And there you go. So you can get them as a whole complete set, but you'll get 10% off that. And is it free P&P over 30? I'm not sure. You might not quite get, but it's only $1.99 postage and packaging. So that's for all 6 of the brand new colours, which are absolutely beautiful. And they're available individually. So if you do want to go for those, I know we're limited, but if you did want to go for those, then they are available to you. So those beautiful colours. You have got Wisteria Purple, which is beautiful. You have got Melon Soda, which is kind of like the colour of my sweatshirt. You've got Lemonade, which is kind of the colour of the bottom of the screen. You've got your Adriatic Sea, which is kind of the colour of the lights behind me. Oh my days! What am I going to connect this to? This is your Dahlia Purple, which is a bit like the background if I were to show you a photograph of something. There you go. So they're available individually or as a collection. You'll get 10% off those. Oh, by the way, sorry, there's one more. What am I doing? I can't even count. Carrot orange, which is a bit like my hair before I dyed it. So they are available. So if you do want to win the postcards, the masks, and the brushes, then all you have to do is comment win, and I'll choose a winner. Also on the website, we've got the brush holders. These are really good. These are the good quality ones that are available. So you've got your silicone there. You can hold your brushes, but you can also put, I don't know, pens and things like that in there if you wanted to. So they're available at $7.99. They're on the website. I'm not sure how many I've got left, but I'm kind of expanding a little bit to bring some new things in, which I think is important. So just comment win if you want to win the postcards, masks, and the set of 4 blending brushes. And if you want to go for your craft tool, then that is on the website. I'll tell you something that's been really busy, actually. The doors at all the shows have been really, really popular. So again, they are available individually, or you can go for them as a collection and get 10% off. So there you go, and that will be free P&P because that's over the £20 mark. So that's good. So that's that. What else have I got to tell you? Oh, I know. Right, one more thing, and then we'll head into some demos. Let's just cross that off. Let's go to your comments to make sure I'm not missing anything from anybody. Let's take that QR code off as well. Which one is it? It's the doors. There you go. All right, let's head back to your comments. Great, we've got lots of people coming in with the word win. I shall choose a winner tomorrow and let you know. What cardstock is best to blend with the Versa inks, smooth or with a tooth? Well, I have got some smooth and I've got some with a tooth. So that's going to be my first demo. So I've got smooth and I've got like watercolour cardstock. So I'll have a go with that. Let me grab some smooth. Yeah. So that's going to be the first demo. So we'll have a look for that. I like super smooth. Um, it depends on what kind of effect you want. With your versifying clays, they're water resistant, so they've got a little bit of oil in them. So when you are blending them, if you go, if you use, well, I'll show you. If you use some paper that's got a bit of truth in it because it's oily, it could kind of capture the ink a little bit more, maybe sink into the paper just a little bit more. But we'll have a go with that. We'll have a go with that. You are welcome. You are welcome, Tim. Thank you for the question. Did you build your website? Did you find it easy to build? That's a really good question. Yeah, let's have some questions and answers. Right, did I find it, oh my days, did I find it hard? Well, I went with Shopify and it's supposed to be easy to build, and it is quite easy when you're using the different themes. But here's the thing, you've got Google at play, so you've got to get all your SEOs and all the right wording. Make sure nothing is the same on another listing, otherwise Google gets a little bit confused with that. So there's all that to take into consideration, and I thought I'd nailed it. And then Google was coming up saying, you're not listed, because you have to wait to get listed on Google. So I asked for someone's help and I got their help, and then I was listed on Google, and then the website needed updating. And I totally forgot to do something. So I updated it, and all of the stuff that this person had done for me on my website just went. So I spent days writing out code, correcting code, and sorting it all out. All I can say is thank God for AI now, because they've introduced AI to Shopify. So when you're building your website, it makes it a lot easier. So to answer your question, it can be complicated, but it could be as easy or as complicated as you want it to be. So if you are building yours for the first time, I would keep it quite simple and then build on that. Lee, you learned yourself coding to make a website. Fabulous. I'm not going to confess that I know coding, but I know my way around it when somebody's explaining how to edit it and slip it in and put it in and things like that. The only thing about doing that with coding is if you get it wrong, you get it wrong, and then you've got to go back in and try and find out where it is. So yeah, that's a really good skill set to have. Will you be at Doncaster? I'm hoping to. I love Doncaster. It's such a lovely show. All the shows are. I just did Craftorama at Lincoln. There's a possibility I might go to Bedford, and there's Peterborough in September, but I really want to do Doncaster because I love it there, and there's a really nice hotel to stay at, which is cheap as chips. There's a pizza restaurant downstairs, so that's always good. So hopefully, yeah, and I'll make that announcement very soon. So that's good. So remember, if you want to win the postcards, the blended brushes, and the masks and moons, then just put win in the comments and I'll pick a winner. If this is being repeated tomorrow or later tonight, then keep putting win in the comments, because what I'll do for you is choose a winner tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away. Here's a good question. Sue, how do you find demonstrating rather than presenting? It's different. It really is, because when you're demonstrating, you've got to think about everything at hand. You've got to think about what you're producing, what you're making, whether you're making sense. Are people understanding you? Do they like what you're saying? It's all very nerve-wracking. Do they like my stamps? Do they like my designs? So it's a different kettle of fish, to coin a phrase. I love presenting, I really do, and I love to stand beside someone who's demonstrating, because I'm just so into what they're doing, and I love crafting. I've been doing some presenting for Morphy Richards actually, and we've got a huge TikTok live tomorrow from 11 until 4, and it's payday sales. My days, they've got some good stuff. So if you're on TikTok, you want to view that, then please do so. That presenting is totally different as well. It's all so different, but I like it because it's something different and it's good to learn. So, and I'm always learning with my demonstrating as well. Had to come over to YouTube because can't see the comments on Facebook. Can you not? Well, welcome to YouTube. If you are watching me on YouTube, can you please keep watching? No, can you just what am I trying to say? Follow me, not follow me. Subscribe to my channel. That'd be really nice if you can. Right. These are great questions. Keep them coming in, because I can see your comments down the side, and I'll ask you any questions or answer any questions for you. Right, we can get into a demo. The first demo can be, of course, having a look at these inks and how they blend on paper with a tooth and paper that is smooth. So let's have a look at that. Is that music bugging you in the background? Let me know. I'm hoping I better turn it off because Facebook might not like it. Alexa, turn the music off. Right, you've got Live 10 scrolling across the bottom of your screen. I'm going to turn that off now. That's the code to get 10% off the website, timestampcreations.com, if you want to head there for all those fantastic stamps and products that I've got on there for you. Right, let's just head back to that chat. Oh, who said that now? I can't find the one that I can't find. Oh, can I hide it? I can hide it from there. Yeah, of course I can. Right, timestampcreations.com. Let's stop that as well. And let's go now to the overhead camera that we have. Let's just shut that. Please be working. There you go. Let's turn that on. Turn that on. There you go. So there's the overhead there. Now, you can see me talking, and you can see these here. I'll change that in a minute so you can just see that. Let's just get a little bit closer to, oh, wow, it's a bit of a zoom. Bit of a zoom. Bring that over here. I might go full screen, actually, so you can see. But let's just chat and do. Okay, let's get some blending brushes, not branding brushes. Branding brushes. There's a thing to use. Okay, let's go for a couple of colours here. Let's go for the Dahlia Purple and the Wisteria Purple. So let's open this one up. Okay, so this is super smooth just here. This is super smooth. So we'll just take some off there. We'll go straight onto the card. We'll just go on lightly, and then I'll start blending that in. Okay, this one actually has got a little bit of a tooth on it. So it's not as super smooth as I thought. So this one has got a little bit of a tooth on there. So let me just go in a little bit harder and go round again. Okay. So because you've got that oily texture on there, and that's got a little bit, can you see that? I'm going to bring that to the camera rather than the camera come down. Almost looks like Distress Oxide. Let's just come in a little bit more. Can you see that? A little bit more. There you go. So that's got a little bit of a tooth on it. I need to find some super smooth card, which I've got behind. It's behind you. I know I've got it somewhere. I've got various different ones. Yeah, I've got them. Right, is this okay? So that is like stencil card. Okay, so we'll pop that there. We'll then go on to super smooth, which is right next door. We'll go with the same colour. We'll go with the same colour, and then we'll blend on that. Okay, so we're getting that same effect. Because there's oil in there, it's kind of juddering like so. And let's just take that on there. Now that's because I'm pressing quite hard, but I really like that effect. But let's go just quite light on there with that ink. So yeah, you've got, because these are highly pigmented, they are good for blending. They're great on a gel plate. But let's go for some watercolour cardstock on here. And let's just go light on there. Yeah, you can't, I mean, if we go there and just grab some of that purple, darker purple, and blend that in. You can see there that it's catching a little bit. Can you see that on that watercolour cardstock? I can see a face. I don't know if anyone else can see a face, but I can see a face on there. So blending wise, on these three pieces of card that I've got here, one is stencil card, one is super smooth, and one is watercolour cardstock. You can see it gets a little bit eggy, but what these are really, really good for are the crisp imagery when you're stamping. Let me grab a stamp and show you. Let's go for small tortoise shell. Just grab that out. Let's just go for this. Okay, let's put that on there. Let's use that same colour. Let's go all over the stamp. I forgot you could see me there. Is that really my hand? Is that a recording from earlier? Imagine. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. Let's go. Get a fresh piece of card. Let's go on that. Just like so. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. And let's just pop that on there. This is the Mega Mounts I've been using. Love these. Love these. Just puts a bit of pressure in the middle. You see? So blending versus stamping with them, you can see the difference. Because these are water resistant as well, if you were to get a water-based ink, let's try something. Let's try something whilst we're here. Okay, I know that's there. Let's turn that over. I'm going to try something. Okay. Let's go for the blue. Let's go for the blue. Just got some on the side there, don't worry. I'm just going to try this. Okay, that's a beautiful blue. And then I want to make sure I have got a brush, which I have. Hold the line, caller. I should be back. That'll do. It's a really long brush for what I need, but that's okay. Right, I'm just going to go over this with. I'm not going to put the ink pad on. I'm just going to go over this. I just want to try something. Bear with. So we've gone on with the Versifying Clair Adriatic Sea. I've gone over it with the pineapple, pine needles, right? Do that, bring that up. Just going to see if this works. I'm going to get a bit of water that I won't drink that again. I'm just going to see if I can pull out that green. I didn't get a lot of green. Oh, it's coming out a little bit. It's coming out a little bit. Just a little bit. So the water goes over the blue, but you'll see, can you see there? There's just slightly, where am I? Woohoo! Slightly a little bit of green in there that the water has pulled out, but I didn't put enough on. So I'm going to have another go at that because I like this kind of effect. Okay. Let's just go there. What two colours would be totally different? Green. Let's try the green. Okay. See, these are really juicy, and my oxide ones aren't as juicy. Juicy and Lucian. Let's go for, let's see if I can. I'm just going to see if this works. Let's just get some of the red. Just go on top of that. I need quite a lot on, so I'm giving it a bit of a bash. I'm making this up as I go on. Let's turn that over there. See that? Let's put that in there. Okay, let's lift that up. I'm hoping, see, that's a really cool effect, isn't it? But I wonder if that red will come out. Yeah, just a little bit. See that? So I stamped with both the water-based. It's like those, do you remember those things when you were a kid and you had all the dry pigment on, but you used to think they were like magic books? Do you remember that? I don't know whether you can see that because the lights are quite bright, but there you go. So we've put the green on there, but then we've put some of the red on there just to bring that out rather than stamping in two colours. Kind of a nice effect, kind of mixing both of them up at the same time. Let me let that dry and that might come out a little bit more. I've got some ink there and I don't want to waste that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spritz that, okay? Then I'm going to get I'm going to get, it's going to go on there like that. And I'll pick that up. Like that. Like that. I'm going to pick some more up. No, I'm going to do it on another one because I like that effect. I like that effect. Let's just spritz it with a bit more. Then I'll have a look, see if he's saying anything. It's all good. Because this is what it's like, demonstrating and chatting at the same time. Hi Janice, Phillips Live. Need to get back to blending as I always struggle to choose colours and always seem to get blotches. Yeah, you need to there's kind of a few rules with blending. That's nice, I like that. I'm going to keep that to one side. And then show and tell, I'll show and tell. Let's just take that there. So I'm going to keep forgetting I've got the overhead. I'm going to keep that there. I'm just going to get the cloth and wipe that. Okay, we'll pop those to one side because that is kind of like a forest view. And so is that. We can do something with that a little later when they dry. So I don't know where my dryer is, but if I just put those to the back, and then we'll do that. Okay, yeah, blending. It's it can be. Let me tell you what we'll do. Grab that. We'll grab. No, that'll do. And what I'll do is I'll go full screen so you can see a lot more of this. So that's what I'll do. I'll turn me off, which is up there. There you go. And we'll just okay, can you hear me now? Alrighty. I think I know what's happened. Let me go to video settings. Audio input. It should be that. Right. Okay. Okay, right, the sound's gone off again, don't worry. What I'll do is I'll just put me in a little box down there. I'm sure you can all hear me now. With this thing that I've got set up, it should have sent the microphone to the other camera, but anyway, it hasn't. Don't worry about it. I'm back in the room. I always talk to myself. Always talk to myself. Let's take that off there. Let's pop that back on its place. Let's go over and grab a stand from let's go for moments. This is where I really ought to get myself more organised than I am. I'll tell you what, I'll go for one of the original stamps, one of my first ones. So let's take this off here. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to pop that over there. I don't think this is going to work, but it will do. It will do. Let me grab that. Then what we could do, we could actually stamp this out in green, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use a VersaFine. I'm going to go over that. This is a very, very juicy ink pad, as you can see. I probably didn't need to have that much. Oh, you can hear me now. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's pop that like so. This will be a really juicy one. I'm hoping it works. Let's just press on there. You can sometimes press in the middle and lift up to see if that's worked. Oh, that's nice. I like that little dapple effect. Isn't that beautiful? But we need to extend this. Now I could extend it with each side here, but I think I'm going to use this little stamp here. So you get the larger stamp and the smaller stamp. These are great for little cards, for example. In fact, last one here. We can bring these back in. Okay. So let's go for. Let's see if this works. I just want the top bit of this stamp. Not that. Wipe that off. Okay. Grab-a-dab-a-doo. Like that, Lee. Thank you. Grab-a-dab-a-doo. Let's. I wonder. Let's just go for. Let's just go for that there. I'm going to get some of that on here. Let's lift it. It'll all make sense in a minute. Let's go for a little bit more over here. Let's add that up there. That's quite low. I'm going to add this at the top here. And then maybe add a little bit. You can always do this with a Sharpie pen and make those, you know, fill in those bits. But I think I might grab, just making this up as I go along. That's what you've got to do, isn't it? Let's put that there. And then we just need a bit more black leading out there and black leading out there. Unless we're going to put a frame on it. So let's just go for that side. It's got a little bit of a bump on it. Can you still see that? Yeah. That takes it to there. And then I've got an idea. Let's take that over to this side. And then that will just carry that along there. So we've got the line carrying on, which is fine. Which is lovely. I've got a little bit of ink dabs there, but that's okay. That's okay. So we've got this area here. So what I was planning didn't exactly work, but that's okay because there's always something that we can do. We could cut it. Just want to place that to one side for the moment. So a little bit of blend in with the sun there. But let's pop that to one side because I just need that to dry. I want to bring this in because what I'm thinking is putting that in there. So let me grab that there. I don't want too much ink on this. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use, let's go for this one. Put that there. I got a wooden grafted tree, so it's best to sand it down first before painting it. Okay, so this is what we did earlier when I was mopping up. So I'm thinking that looks like foliage. So really, I wonder if that could go. I'm wondering whether I should take that off. Let's just try it like that, because we've got the other one to have a go with, haven't we? Let's put that down there. There you go. And then let me get a pair of scissors. What have I done with my scissors? What have I done with my scissors? And they are, I do this all the time, just sit and talk to myself. Ah, they're here. My scissors. Because everything looks better when you cut it, doesn't it? Now, let's have a think. You have a think, and I have a think. I actually don't want much in the background. I just want that. So I think that now, just with that suggestion there, which is probably something I wouldn't have done, looks really cool. And if I was to put that on a background, but maybe with like a white, like a white matten layer. And I always just judge these. I don't measure them. I should, but I don't have time. See if that goes on. If I pop that on there, I'll tell you what, let's cut that there. Let's fold that in half just for argument's sake. And then let's put that on there. You've got yourself a nice little card. And you could pop a little sentiment on the bottom. I don't know where my glue's gone, otherwise I'd stick that down. And then you could perhaps go for one of the sentiments on here. And let's pop that. See, we've gone from making a messy background to just homing in on that simple little image. And then we can pop that on there. Cut this out again. I really need to find where my glue's gone. Pop that there. Pop that down there. Now let's say we stuck all this down. Let's say Janice found a glue and everything was good in the world. Something like this creates just a really nice little card. And I just think that is so pretty. So that's from the original collection, Out and About. It is cute, isn't it? It really is. I think that's lovely. Thank you very much. I think that's cute. But remember, you've got backgrounds like that you could then stamp into and use as a background, maybe with a butterfly with the green. Let's try that. Let's pop that back there. I wonder, hang on. Where is my Posca pen? Does this Posca pen work? Let's see. Not as well as I want it to work. Where's my... Hold the line caller. Just take a look at that and have a think of all the beautiful things that could suddenly appear there as I dash around again and grab a pencil case. That's what I want. A pencil case. I bet it's not here. I bet it's not here. Is it? I'm looking for my gel pen, my white gel pen. No. Can I find it? Cannot find it. Doesn't matter. I'm going to use this and I'm going to go for... I wonder if we should use a green on a green or whether we should use a blue. Let's go for the blue. Let's go for the blue. Versifying Clair. We're using this. This is highly pigmented. This is an oil based. Let's go over that. Nice and juicy, nice and sticky, which is good. And we can go over here. We could go. So there's a white space there that could highlight. The butterfly. Still damp a little bit, but I think it'd be okay. Let's see what this is like. What am I doing? Let's see what this is like. Okay. What does everybody use? You use a stamping platform? Do you use a stamping block? Do you use like acrylic plates like I do? What is it that you use? What's your go-to? See, that's quite nice. So you've got the green in the background and that lovely blue of the butterfly. We could colour this in a little bit, which is nice. And then just forget what we see around here because we can cut round this. Now I could colour that in. Let's add some colour to that because I've got some acrylic pens. I want brown, I want red. Is that the brown I want? No, this is more like a gold. Ooh, let's try that. It's quite nice. The only thing is, I should have painted this first because it's covering up the ink a little bit. Let's just add that delicately in there. Okay, then let's get the red and just add a little bit of that on top. Let's just go like round there. Go around there. I wish I had my gel pen. I don't know where it is. So yeah, what do you use? Stamping, oh, acrylic plates, Debbie, do you? Yeah, I prefer acrylic plates because you can get more tension on them, can't you? I think anyway. Let's put a bit of red there, maybe. A little bit of red there, a little bit of red there. Where's my gel? I know it's somewhere. I've got to have a really good sort out because I came back from doing like the NEC and all the markets and I still need to have like a little bit of a sort out. That's okay. Let's go around here. This Posca pen's working okay. So I can go around the edge and maybe just put white in there, a little white in there. I don't want to obscure the body so much. I know that's gold. It should be brown really. I don't think I've got brown, have I? Could go over that. It's more like a mushroomy colour, so I don't want to use that. But you can always pick up a colour that might match that. Again, if you cut that out, get rid of the mess around it as such. Can't cut straight to save my life. I can't cut straight to save my life. But if I had to save my life by cutting straight, I would give it my best shot. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. It's not, I mean, that's a bit garish, isn't it? It made the camera go a bit funny, that did. Or you could get a green under there, maybe. Maybe that would work. Or maybe something a little bit darker, maybe use a black to make that stand out and then go onto the green or something like that. Or maybe use the green onto the black. There's sort of always you could use that. So that's that. This was something I did on a gel plate with the frames that I've got. I wanted to use these because kind of like that image on there, but I don't know what to put in there unless I go for with the previous tile collections. Let's have a look. How big? How big is that? I wonder if some of the smaller stuff, the tile collection. Got it. This is how I keep all my stamps, you see, just in bags, to try and keep it all sorted. Now, that could work there. I'm going to go for a monochrome style, but keep it quite nature. I wonder if that would work. Where's that one? Maybe that one. And then go for, where's my two little birds dancing? Going there. And then mushroom. Now, we could go for black, or we could go for a colour onto the grey. I kind of like these colours to go on there. What do you think? What do you think? Shall I go for the orange or shall I go for the lemonade? In fact, you let me know. Say carrot or lemonade, and we'll see. I use stencils and pens and paints. Do you? I do like to get a little bit messy. You use a platform? Maureen, nice. Everyone should have a pen drawer. Mine, yeah, you need to sort one out. It's true. Let's have a go with both of these, shall we? Let's have a go with both of these. And then there's something I need to tell you to remind you of something. Let's just go for the orange there. Let's see what this looks like. If it doesn't look great, I can always use a black. I could go over that with black, and then you'd get like a gold effect. Let's pop that in the middle. Now, I got these frames back in stock. They came back in stock the other day. So let me go for a yellow, and we'll just have a see at how this works. It's more green than yellow. I don't know if you guys find that. Let's pop that there. Now you can't really see that, but we could go over it in black. Now let's do one in black. See, the black's quite effective, isn't it? It's kind of nice. And then one last one of the birds. And this one, let's do it in the green. Have we done? No, I tell you what. Let's do it in the wisteria. That's not, no, do you know what? I've swapped my lids over. Let's do it in the, yeah, wisteria pen. No, the dahlia. This will look good. This will look a bit zany. Put that on there. So that's cool. So you've got little images. Again, we can cut these up. So we've got separate images. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these, I think, across here. I'm going to see what they look like with a little grey edging, and if I don't like that, we can then go close up, can't we? Let's just come down here, come out there. It's always good to see what they look like afterwards. I mean, I could leave it like that. Now the rest has gone. That's a little bit skew with. So you could do something, actually that's not bad. On a green card. Do you know what? I kind of like that. That's something a little bit different, isn't it? Could we add anything to it? Could we add anything to it? Let me see what we need to have something going across there. We need to have a sentiment. Let me see what we've got. Okay, this one is from the Small White. And this is from Blooming Amazing. You get 10% off this if you use code LIVE10. Yes. Trust the process. That's what you have to do in life. Trust the process. Because you start off thinking, I'm not too keen on that. But then when you put the green in the background, it kind of works with all the colours. Now, I'm going to go for a black sentiment. And I could go straight onto there without adding white. But let's see what it looks like if we were to add. See, I like that. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to do something with that. I need a bit of smooth paper. Let's just go here. Trust the process. So we've got a choice. We've got a choice, and we all like choices, don't we? Let's pop that there. Pop that there. Just cut this. Again, can't just cut. Right, that goes over there, but we need to pick up some of the black that is on there already if we're going to use white, I think, anyway. Let's pop that back on there. So we could go for that, which I kind of like, or I could go straight onto it because we've already got white. So let's just try that. Did I put any ink on it? I can't remember. No, I didn't. What a wally. I know I didn't put any ink on it. But don't worry, because I could just stick the other sentiment over it. But let's see what it looks like. Get it the right way round. Okay. Sorry, that's my head in the way. I do that a lot. I do that a lot. Okay, now I've done that, I don't like it. So I'm going to go back to that, and I'd stick that on it. And then I would put that. I like it on the green. I like it on the green. Let me grab another colour. Let's grab some black. We'll just see what it looks like on black. Let's say if that went on black, I think it makes it dead. I like the green. Could that then go on black? Maybe, because that would highlight that mushroom. Or what about red, or like a mustardy colour? No, disconnects totally. Disconnects totally. That's more of a muted mustard colour. But I think I like the green. There's something about that grey and green that I really like. So trust the process. Could have gone there. It could have gone down the bottom. It could have gone sort of like up that way. But I'm just going to pop that over there. I kind of like that, because what we're doing is trusting what happened here with the gel plate, what's happened when I put my finger in the middle to create that almost silhouette. I like the green. Do you like the green, Arwen? I think the green's nice. I do. I like the green. It's simple and it's effective. And that's what I love. You know, you can go from something like that to something very simple and effective. And don't forget that little tiny card. Sometimes doing small little projects and just seeing what you can find with your stash, like little backgrounds, for example. I mean, that in itself, we could put something on there. That could be like a hill going up. And we could, here we go, let me go for Friends Are Always Together. Let's go for a smaller stamp. I've got to tidy all this up afterwards. Let's not stamp here, so we need to cover that up. So let's get some no-tap masking tape. Okay. Let's go for the black again. take the low tap masking tape off. And put that, sorry, get my head in the way again. Getting my head in the way of my own life. I was going to tell you something. I went somewhere today. I've come to pick up a... Where did I go today to pick something up? I can't remember. See? That looks quite nice on there. And then what we could do, whilst we're here, go for the masks. Remember, we're giving away masks, blending brushes and postcards. All you have to do is put win into the comments and I will choose somebody, manana, because people watch these on repeat. There's a lot of things going on Facebook. Not everybody watches live as it goes out live. So yeah, we've still got tomorrow. Put that over there, and then let's get some. Not that one. Just put some of this in here. Just go over this. Just a little bit. Pop that over there. And then, where's that wet cloth? Where's that wet cloth? It's on the floor. 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 I'm just going here. I wanted to try and lift some of that ink, but it's not. It's just giving me a mottled look, but that's all right. We'll go for a mottled look instead. Okay. And I'll take this off. See, we've gone from finding a little bit of paper with some grey on it, getting an idea, and putting the guys on there walking. And then, of course, if we have a black pen, which I have, you could fill in the gaps. You could fill in the gaps. So this could be like a little bit of, this is quite a thin one. I've been looking for this for ages, and now I've found it. So just like a little bit of grass underfoot, like so. And then you could put a sentiment. Here, let's try this. Take a moment. See, all of a sudden we found a bit of paper, and then we've got that lovely card there, and that could go on black. It could grey, not so much because there's grey in it. But if you were to find a piece of black card, would that work? Maybe. Maybe if we then perhaps got what we've got under here. Say if you did a white surround, imagine that, and that could go on there, and then you got yourself a nice little card. Little cards are so nice, and when you find little things like this, you think, well, what should I put on there? And you think, well, I'll tell you what, let's go and get a mushroom. What did I do with those two? Let's get the mushroom. Let's go on with a green in the Versifying Clair again. Remember, these are available on the website. Use the code Live10 and get 10% off. Put that there. That's nice. Then do like a second generation up the top. So it's just in the background like that. And then we could get the birds on there. We could do those in green. And then we could just do a little secondary print at the top there, just so it's subtle in the background. And again, we could get our scissors. We could leave that white line around there, small and cute. And then we could go for that sentiment even there. Take a moment, get a piece of green card. Take a moment. And all of a sudden you've got yourself a nice little card there as well. So it's all things that you can do, and that's what I love about the stamps. because there are small ones, there are large ones, and they're all in different collections that you can also bring them together as well. Right, I do want to remind you of something. Lou and myself are doing a Let's Get Inky workshop, and we're doing this on June the 17th. And in order to get tickets, over 50% of the tickets have gone. Let me just get rid of that. Over 50% of the tickets has gone already, so it's selling pretty quickly. And if you want to go to the workshop, it's the Let's Get Inky workshop with myself and Lou Sims, and you can book by calling 01536 238 295. So you can call that, and that's Lou and myself. We're going to do a lot of different things with inks and get some techniques for you and have a really good play. And then we're going to split ourselves up into 2 groups. We're all going to learn the same thing, but then when we come back around, we're going to do some really cool projects, and it's about your confidence, learning things, and being able to take those makes with you as well as a reference. So that's the number there. Let's Get Inky workshop. It's in Burton Latimer, and yeah, spaces are limited, I'm afraid, and over 50% have gone. So if you do want to go for that, it's £60 for the day. We're going to have a great day, all the tea and coffee you can drink. Do come along and just have some fun with us. So play, explore and create, absolutely. So if you want to come to that, those are the details for our Let's Get Inky with our lovely Lou Shims. Okay, right, just a reminder of what you can win. Where have I put it? Postcards, the brushes and the masks. I don't know where I've put them. I've put them somewhere. But if you want to win them, just simply put, here they are, just put win in the comments and I'll choose a winner tomorrow because this will be on repeat. Okay, so put win in the comments and it'll give you a chance then to win these, and I'll get them sent out to you. And if you want to head to the website, Live10 is a code to get 10% off at the moment. And remember, you can get you 10% off those inks that are available on the website. They're limited, but they are available. You've got the doors, you've got the craft tool, you'll be able to get 10% off that. 10% off the inks as well. 10% off stamp sets like Blooming Amazing. You've got In the Garden on there as well. You've got the doors, which have been so popular at all the little markets that I've been doing. And also back in stock are these frames. You've been asking for them. I've got them back in stock. Again, they're limited. Well, they're just limited. They're not limited. That's ridiculous. How can something be limited? It's just limited. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you because it's been an hour. Thank you so much for joining me for the live. I promise I'll be more organised next time. But do you know what? Sometimes you just got to let it unfold and start to play as you go along. I think so anyway. Right, bright and early tomorrow I've got to get up because I'm off to Stoke-on-Trent for Morphy Richards. We have got a live which is going from 11 o'clock all the way through until 4, and we've got some great deals for you. So if you're on TikTok and you're passing by, come and say hi and hello. Right, I'm just going to leave you with a little something about the inks are available, but thanks a lot for watching, and keep an eye on my website, keep an eye on my Facebook as well, because I'll be doing some more lives with a preview of my brand new stamps. Super excited about those. Thanks very much. Have a lovely evening and I'll see you later.